We have a very special guest. Ladies, tap in. Christopher Lovejoy, aka 600. Wait,
What's
is
up
that
with
your
it?
actual name?
That's my name.
So if I go Google it, like, or yeah, that's your name, Lovejoy.
Christopher Lovejoy is my birth name. That's my.
Okay, lit. Um, okay. So how are you doing today?
I'm blessed. I'm getting some good sunlight out here. The weather's good, so I'll be getting my tan and getting that natural vitamin D on when I'm working out. So I'm feeling good.
My first question. So this week you're going super viral. Everybody's talking about it. So this week, Big U got arrested, and as he was on the way basically to jail, he decided to say he seen you with the feds while his house is being raided. But how can that happen if he wasn't even at the house when it was getting raided? You know what I mean? His family wasn't there, so it's like, who saw you there?
Right. So all he's doing is just being a hater, trying to throw my name in something like he did Eddie Boy when he snitched on Eddie Boy years ago. So when he gets pressured up, he gets like in his feelings and just starts snitching and throwing people's name out there. So
Okay.
I believe I was the first person to go public with the information that his house got raided. So, I know where he live at. He know where I live at. He been living there forever, but I avoid him. He avoid me. I stay in my lane, stay in his lane. So I usually wake up like at 5 in the morning. And that morning, I like, let me lay down for a little bit. You feel me? I lay down for like another hour or so. And my phone was blowing up and I got some texts. Like, hey man, go by Big U house, man. They said he got hit. I'm like, huh? Man, they hit him with the flash bomb. I said, nah. So mine's just like 7 o'clock on the dot. So I want to go to the internet and make the content, but I'm like, nah, I really can't make the content just yet because I don't believe nothing. Anybody posted it, but I'm on my way. When I get the content, we're gonna post it. I'm on the phone with the homies. I said, I gotta get this content. So I get there. For some reason, was no traffic in LA. Usually take me 40 minutes. It took me about 15, 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I get there. It looked like they're already done. There's only one guy outside. There's just some tape around his house, and it looked like it's two unmarks. So I was the one to put the video up, like, hey, y'all go check on Big U, man. His whole house got hit. Woo doo doo woo doo doo woo. So I got on a security beanie, a security badge on my neck, all that security stuff. Cause when I'm riding around my thing, I gotta be legit. You know what I mean? So whatever. So I record myself and I say, hey man, what's going on, man? Is it a burglary? He like, nah, everything is okay. It's an operation. I said, okay, mind you, I'm documenting all this on my reels. I got all this on Instagram. I don't think before that no one did it. My homie Raze did a video, a live, maybe an hour before me, but it was like dark. You couldn't see the content. He was only talking about it. I had to go show it. So by me putting that out there, it kind of just went viral. Like, oh, he really got raided. Everything y'all been saying is true. Woo-doo-doo. So that's why he's just making that up saying I was there. How is a civilian like me, security guard, gonna be with the FBI right in your house? Like,
Yeah.
doesn't even sound right.
It almost sounded like on some like I'm going down, so I got to take somebody with me.
Almost. That's what happened. That's what he's trying to do.
And
Did you
plus,
hear?
it's like nowadays, all you have to do if you want to spin a narrative is just say something, and everybody's just gonna believe it. No one needs proof. No one needs to be there and actually see you. They're just like, oh, they just believe his word, basically.
Did you hear the part when he said y'all got the wrong guys? Y'all need to go get Wack 100 and 600. Did you hear that part?
That's kind of police-ish to say. I don't know.
Kind of. He told
I
the
feel like the shit
FBI.
he says, Wack wouldn't get away with. Like if Wack said, "Oh," so,
Nobody,
like if I'm yelling at Wack and he said, "Yo, call the cops on this bitch," people would never let him hear the end of it.
nobody would get away. If I'm on my way to jail, in the car on my way to jail, and I say y'all got the wrong person, go get damn homie, and y'all should have got Wack 100. I'll be the biggest snitch in America.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did. Crazy.
So when is the last time you and Big U spoke?
I actually had a 3-second conversation with him about 6 months ago. About
Okay.
4 months
Over the
ago.
phone or in person?
Over the phone because we had already not been talking for like maybe almost a year and a half, 2 years. And when I be on my lives a lot, I make calls. I call my ops. Well, not ops, but people I don't get along with online. You know what I mean? They're like, man, call Big U. I still got his number. And I called him. I'm like, what's up? He like, what's up? I'm like, this 600. He like, oh, what's up? FAGGOT. I don't want to mess the live up, but He called me that word and hung up real fast. I said, "You little buster," hung up. But before that, I believe the last time I talked to him, we were at it's a guy in my neighborhood. He has a restaurant, and he happened to be in there when I walked in there, and we got some food. And that's the last time I seen him. That was like 2 years ago.
What made you guys have a falling out?
Well, see, around that time, I was just getting my gun license, and it was like a lot like little drama in my hood about fights and stuff like that. And I'm not going for it, certain things. So he runs into one of my homies, and he say, "She's gonna act like we ain't got a motherfucking squabble." And my homie defends me and say, "Oh, 600 squabble anybody you got. That's a fact. And don't be playing where you know he keep his thing on him. And he got a gun license." Big U says he ain't got no gun license. How you got a gun license? He can't get no gun license. If he got a gun license, he tell it. I was with him when he went to jail. This is what he told my homie. I'm like, he said, "What?" He said, "I'm telling." But that's like the worst you can do to somebody in my neighborhood or any neighborhood is start trying to throw a jacket on 'em. So my
Yeah,
homie like, "You should call him and get on him, bro." I said, "No, I ain't tripping. It is what it is. It's gonna play out how it play out." He told somebody else that. Another one of my homies. I said, "Oh yeah, FUCK, cuz like it's on. Whatever's gonna be, it's gonna be." And it just really just went from there. You know what I mean? He was doing little subliminals. You know what I'm saying? I started doing subliminals, and then I finally like, why am I giving him a pass? Use a rat. Use a
yeah,
buster and a rat. It is what it is. And then once we really got into it, and people seen that I was willing to go there and show my face and be vocal about it, you know, people who got dirt on him start reaching out to me. You know how I go. Like if me and
yeah.
you start beefing, everybody who hate me gonna see
Oh,
you
that
all
all
the
your
time.
exes are gonna start calling
They're
me,
gonna
like,
say
say
out
this,
right.
say that. Yeah,
So once
that's how
they
it be.
seen that it's someone who's willing to go on camera and be vocal and expose this dude, they send me all this dirt, all this paperwork, all this stuff. I said, "Oh, he's really told like that? I thought he was told on this type of situation. He's really a snitch on paperwork. Send me the paperwork." And it just went from there.
Let me ask you a question. So you said you got your license, like you're able to carry and stuff in LA or
California.
California?
Yeah.
Um, he said that why? Because are you a felon? Is that what it is?
He probably thought I was a felon, but that's just his way of throwing jackets on people to be a hater. I don't have any
Do you
felonies.
have a misdemeanor or
I have a few misdemeanors. Yeah, I had a few
okay?
misdemeanors over the time. I went to jail with him one time. You know, I had a warrant, a $10,000 misdemeanor warrant, and I was with him, and we got pulled over, and I went to jail. So he was referring to that when he said that he can't get no license. I was with him when he went to jail. But what I go to jail for?
Yeah.
A fraud misdemeanor. $10,000 warrant. That was 4 years ago. It just happened to pick me up. It's not like I caught a case, you know, a violent crime that got me a felony and did time, but just little hater stuff like that.
Okay,
So
so
that
Big U going to jail, right?
right.
A lot of people are happy about it. What does it do for you? Like, what do you get out of it? Him going to jail?
It's just more content for like another week. I mean, my program really don't stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I've been doing what I've been doing before he went to jail. I'm gonna still be doing what I'm doing when he don't go to jail. Like the lifestyle that he lives doesn't even cross paths with my lifestyle. You know,
yeah.
like I say, I haven't even seen him in over 2 years, and we stay about 15 minutes from each other.
Damn,
So
that's crazy.
he's just content. That's really all it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, do you believe in coincidences because they have the same DA? Basically, they have the same district attorney from the Nipsey case that prosecuted Eric Holder, and he got him 60 years. This is 6 years later. And
Yeah.
the court date that Big U now has is March 31st, which is the same day Nipsey Hussle passed away.
I believe they did it on purpose. I don't think it was a coincidence. I believe they did it on purpose. Just like the name of the operation is called Drawdown. I mean, his name is Drawdown. There was an operation in the Harlem 30 Crip gang years ago, and the Harlems thought they hood with the thumbs up. When they got hit by the feds, the name of the operation was called Operation Thumbs Down. So they kind of know what they be doing. That's why I say it's not a coincidence because based on stuff like that, I don't think it's coincidence. I mean, he got the same court date the day Nipsey died. You know,
Yeah.
Eric Holder got sentenced to 60 years. You know, and they're both from 60s. You know, they're using the same DA. So I don't think it's coincidence. I think they pull in whatever strings they can to humiliate this guy as much as they can.
Do you think there's a chance that Eric Holder will testify against him?
I don't know. I mean, conspiracy theorists always point things towards Big U. I'm gonna be honest with you, and much as I don't like dude, I don't think he had nothing to do with it. Just because there's so many snitches, so much technology, I think that someone would have told by now, and the technology would have came out and got him somehow, some way. They would have tied him to it. Like he's never even been arrested for it. I don't know him even being questioned for it. So I don't know. I think it's
You
just
don't think he had anything to do with Nipsey Hussle's death?
me personally. I don't think so. I think it would have been out already.
Okay.
Now, now,
Are
now,
you
now,
saying that because if you say you do, that's a little police-ish, or is
no, no,
that
no,
really?
no, 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 no. Not even police. I can think whatever I want, and that's not
Yeah,
police. So, but do I think it was more to just the Eric Holder situation? Absolutely.
yeah,
I just don't think that Big U was that high up to have something to do with that. That's just
yeah.
my opinion. I
Okay.
don't believe it was just a random, hey, bro, you called me a rat, whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, I'm gonna show you about that, blah, 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 blah. I think it was more to it than that.
Do you feel it's messed up how Bricc did Eric Holder? Because at the end of the day, that was his little homie. That's somebody that killed for him, basically, like did a lot for Bricc. And then the minute like that happened, Bricc kind of like turned his back on him.
Well, so this is a tricky situation. A lot of people love Nipsey, and a lot of people don't like to hear the truth about that situation. If Nipsey called him a rat, then the the guy who allegedly shot him did what he was supposed to do when someone calls you a rat. So you really cannot be mad at Eric Holder if that was a conversation that led up to the shooting. So
So if
as far
somebody
as
calls
going to
me a
Brick
rat, I have to
Baby,
shoot them? Or can I just go get my paperwork and be like, no, I'm not?
that too. But when you call someone a rat, and this is why me and Big U got into it because he tried to call me a rat. You get what I'm saying? Like that stuff is really serious. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
as far as Brick Baby turning his back on him, I mean, if he turned his back on him for that, I think he was wrong because at the end of the day, if he called him a rat and he went to go stand up for his name, Eric Holder didn't really do nothing wrong.
yeah,
So Brick Baby was not supposed to go against his homie for doing the right thing according to the BS gang rules that we got. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I just think that it was too much pressure on Brick Baby. He won't be able to stand alone on his own against that, and it's just the wave of the love of Nipsey will overwhelm the gang political rules. So I
yeah,
think he just said, you know what, you was wrong. You could have brought your paperwork. You could have fought him. Dude had a lot going on out here. He was helping a lot of people. For you to come back not thinking and go kill the man over your name when it was different options, you could have cleared your name up.
yeah.
But
What do you think about Brick's situation having a sealed indictment?
he's in trouble. I mean, he's definitely in trouble. Number one, he's included on the Big U Rico. Just to be a small player on a Rico is like 15, 20 years alone.
Mm.
They're all looking at minimum 15.
Even the getaway driver is going to get some time.
Yeah, even if they play out, it's like 15 years, to be a part of a RICO. So on top of that, he has a sealed indictment ongoing right now in the state of Jersey. Now, federal cases don't come with small time, especially when they sit on you and you actually become indicted. He's actually been indicted for that case.
Yeah.
So he's in trouble. Now what led up to it? It could be a lot of variables to it. What we do know is that he was raided by the feds 2 years ago and they found an assault rifle in his house.
And there's been no court date since then. And if you're a two-time felon, I mean, you have two strikes. How is it possible there's no court date? I'm not even a felon. I'm a misdemeanor. And even I will go to jail, like
Right,
100% in Cali, because either way, the gun is illegal there. An AK
right,
is illegal in the state of California.
100% illegal. So, if you're using street terms, you have to use your street common sense. Now, there may not be no paperwork as of yet to say that he's cooperating or he's telling or make statements, but using your street common sense, you're gonna always give. Let's just say he's my homie, right? I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what, Brick? I ain't seen no paperwork. I believe you. They raided you. and maybe they just building a case on you and letting you roam free till they come back and get you, right? Let's just
Yeah.
say that's the case, right? But when you lied to us, Bricc baby, and said that they never found the gun, then you said you got a DA reject. Now your stores are lying. We cannot give you the benefit of the doubt. Now you're,
Yeah.
and that's just where he at with it. It's just too much conflict in his story. You
It's
know,
just like he said something about Dirk. Dirk got arrested. He came to Tampa to, I mean, Jacksonville to shoot a music video. Julio's people get arrested. Like it's like every time,
yeah,
he comes somewhere, it's like someone goes to jail. So
yeah. Like I said, you guys just use your street common sense. I mean, and then people should have never been messing with dude when he couldn't explain how he was out on the street after a federal raid and an assault rifle was found on you when you were a multiple felon, done jail time, and had multiple gun cases before.
yeah, I just didn't understand. The only thing I really didn't get is how he was so comfortable speaking on No Jumper about his hats. Like, who says that? Like
He was also on live after this federal raid and found the assault rifle, waving guns on live.
just this last Tuesday with Luce, he was raising his arms trying to show that he had a piece. Why
Right,
would you do that if you know the feds are watching you?
right, right,
Unless you feel like you're protected. But it's like, bro, they're not your friends. That's like thinking the KKK, like even if they're nice to you, they're still the KKK.
right, right. That's what I'm
So
saying. So like I said, you gotta use your street common sense when people do stuff like that. And then he's also admitted out his own mouth that he told on Dirk. This is not my words. This is what
yeah.
they was asking that, and he said he told on Dirk, and he said why he told on him. So you have to look at all that stuff and say, you know what, this dude is all bad. You don't need paperwork for everything. Certain
No.
situations, you need paperwork when you're giving someone the benefit of the doubt and you have to prove it. His situation, the benefit of the doubt is gone. Now he has to prove that he's not a snitch.
Do you feel like it's a lot of selective politicking? Because if people are cool with you, it's almost like they give you the benefit of the doubt and they try to see if it's true or not. But if people don't like you, it's automatically he's a snitch. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, it's gonna always be selective politicking. But that's what selective politickers.
Yeah.
Me and Wack, we're not selective politicking.
No.
If I told Wack is gonna put it out there. If Wack tells, I'm gonna put it out there. See, we're not gonna select the politic, but it's a lot of selective politickers all around, and they play the favoritism game. People get the popularity vote. They got a saying going around saying I'm right, what you right or wrong, all that kind of little goofy buster stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So out of all
So
the people, who do you think is gonna snitch first?
probably all of them.
Yeah. Everyone that got bail, basically?
Yeah, because
Damn.
I've talked to maybe 20 people who've done federal time before. All 20 have said the feds don't give bails to people picked up on a RICO. You only can get out on a RICO if you already decided to cooperate.
Sheesh.
If you already agreed to cooperate, they let you out, put you on anchor monitor, and bring you back when they need you. The feds don't just get bail like that. And if they get bail, like you got to get a bail hearing. You're not out the next day. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
For a Fed case, shit, they don't want you to leave.
right, and the type of dudes that Big U messes with, I mean, it's in the paperwork. They was already telling them. Aside from them 19 people, he got 50 other people who he deal with who told on him and made statements against him. So it's all in the
So
paperwork.
I'm listening. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, it's all in the paperwork. And people get mad that people like me know how to read and willing to read the paperwork. It's in the work. Why are you mad at me?
Yeah.
Man, you did. I'm just reading what's public record.
I'm glad you guys are reading it because I sat there and I cannot sit here and read 100 pages right now. But I noticed, what's her name? Trap Kitchen Mani.
Uh huh.
Allegedly, she's having Big U's child. Is that true? Or
I heard about that, but I don't know her. And
yeah,
I heard this is baby, but I don't know their relationship like that. I know they definitely were intimate in the paperwork, so obviously they was doing their thing at some point. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's crazy. I heard that. I heard that.
Because she was saying, like she was really mad at the back on Fig people saying, like y'all ate my food, y'all know me for years. So it's like if we ate your food, we can't,
Right. That don't mean nothing. We can eat your food. Like I said,
yeah.
that
If
don't mean
anything,
nothing.
like now, it's like now she's even more popular. Like I feel like there wouldn't there be like a line to see her because she's lit now.
Right. Right. Like
You
she's
ever had her food or?
I haven't had it. I've known about her. I've known about her for years. I just haven't had it. I'll be hitting and miss. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I've definitely seen her around though.
Yeah. What about the girl who said that she was signed to Big U? I forgot her name, but she said that he like beat her while she was pregnant
Oh,
and
SKG, Halisa.
okay.
Yeah, I know her.
And she's been
Yeah,
saying this for years. Her story never changed.
yeah.
And I don't know. Do I believe her? It's like
I
everyone always
believe.
says, you know,
I
for
I
about women, anything we say, it's like ho say is no say, but I don't know. It's like if for her to fight this long and keep saying it, could it be a
well,
lie? Like, I don't
well,
know.
no. I believe it because we know a lot of people mutually, and a lot of
Yeah.
people who was around at that time, and they've all confirmed it. They never said
Okay.
she was lying. And some like reputable people, you know, who I can trust, who know Big U and her, and was around those times, all
Yeah.
confirmed. You know, Big U was just on his little bully stuff. You know what I mean? And you know, the next time she saw him, he was in the hotel room checking in the hotel lobby, and she was there. And they had words. He told them to call the police on her. He performed a private person's arrest, got her arrested, pressed charges on her, and you know, he had nerve to go on camera the next day on live and say, "BITCH, yeah, if you want me to drop the charges, you know, come to the hood." You know, like boldly just snitching and saying, "Yeah, I press charges," like against a woman. You know what I
How
mean?
do you get away? I feel like some people don't get away with that and some people just do. Why? Is it like all the people that are scared of him?
It's just selective politics. Like I don't know. Like I've told him, like, bro, you can't. I'm not scared of you. Like even when we were cool, I've told him to
Yeah.
his face, like, bro, I'm not scared of you. Like, so don't try that on me. But what he does is he tries little weird stuff on people, and if you stay around, then he know he got you. But he falls out with all he had good relationships. He's been
Yeah.
gifted good relationships since he's come home from prison. But his ego, his weird ways, has run off all the good relationships, including me. And we've all tried to bring something to the table. Even Wack, you know what I'm saying? Even some of my big homies. We've all brought things to the table, but his ego, whatever, he falls out with everybody. And only people who stay around is people who just willing to just be yes men.
Yeah. Just
That's
followers.
yeah, that's all he ever had.
So, what do you think about the grid program? Is it like, because everyone that's in it, is that snitching technically or?
It's definitely snitching. I mean, it's just a liaison to the LAPD. I mean, they have a LAPD contract. They're funded by the LAPD. You know, they have LAPD issued phones. So before they had the LAPD issue phones, now they've moved into giving up their phone numbers, and they get mass texts from the police, and they're in 24-hour connected with the police. It's crazy. You know, so they're there. So
That's
like, so like if it's like a murder or something in the neighborhood, right? And let's say I'm a grid member. You know, you can talk to me as I'm in your neighborhood and tell me everything: who got shot, what kind of car they were in, where they was from, what happened, and you won't look like you talking to the police. And then I can relate this information to the police, so it won't look like you snitching. It looks like, oh, you're talking to your homies, and this is why they have these in every neighborhood, so it will look like you just talking to the homies.
wow. That's, but how can people like say it proudly? Like, I think Munchie B's in it and he considers himself like the top blood, you know, like
Well,
how
he,
can you
they,
say you're a part of something if it's you're basically say something, do see something, say something, and you're texting the police?
he's definitely not the top blood. I don't think he even would even try to take that title. I mean, he's handicapped. He can't even before he was handicapped. He could never be that. You know, you got to be like a certain type of individual to be considered at the table with the top bloods. You know, or the top Crips or anything. So I don't know. I believe that someone sent you the wrong information. I don't think he would even try to claim
Okay. I could have.
that.
It's not. It's more just, you know, some people it's like they want to be the top. They're very competitive. I meant more like that's how he acts. Like he's very competitive where everyone trying to be like more
Well,
gangster.
he's one of the bloods who has a platform.
Hmm.
You know, who I don't believe has ever told before. So if you have a platform and you haven't told, you know, then you can be up there with the people who have a voice of your section, something like that. But as far as the top blood and all that, you know, he's out the game. He's handicapped. He can never really like, you know, really politic on nothing. I mean, I say that respectfully. You know.
Yeah. Are you still allowed to get people DP'd if you're not active, or is that like no, out of your range now?
Well, I don't think that you talking me or him.
In general, like if I'm not active because somebody like blinded me, can I still be like, yo, she needs a DP?
Well. Yeah, you can bring it up. It's a conversation. If someone needs to be DP, it doesn't really matter who brings it to the table. You
Okay.
know, it doesn't matter who brings it to the table. If you need to be DP, you need to be DP. If you break the rules, you break the rules. No one's breaking the program. So, as a whole, everyone can see, yeah, this deserves a DP.
Yeah.
That you was out of pocket for that. You know what I mean? Like, no, we got to get things right, and that's
Yeah.
just how things go.
So when did you and Wack get close? Because I've seen for a while you guys are very good friends and it's a really nice friendship.
Man, I've been on Wack over 15 years, man. We really got close when he stepped in, got me some boxing matches and got me out of my Don King contract. I was
Okay.
having problems with Don King. I was in Miami and Don King was trying to stop fights and stuff like that. It wouldn't give me release. And Wack 100 knew some people who knew some people out there in Miami, and they pressed Don King and his peoples and got me my release. So we've been like locked in all the way since then. We've really been cool before that for him to even go do that.
Yeah.
But just since I was like, kind of took the slow lane on boxing, doing content, being back in California, because I travel a lot, you know what I mean? So once I kind of got set up back in California, we kind of like got cool on that tip. And that was like, 2020, 2019, 2020 when that happened. So,
Yeah. Um, what do you think about, the whole thing with them saying that he was like threatening Wack and Wack
who,
said he had people like with him, like
who was threatening?
what basically this is they said this on No Jumper News that they were making it seem as if Wack was like begging for his life, but Wack was
No,
saying
that was a fake.
he
That,
had people with him. It wasn't even like that, but they made it seem that way.
yeah, I don't remember that. That was a fake story, and dude, that's what he does. He gets to calling people with fake stories, and I believe that he was on a wiretap, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
He likes to make stories. Like I'm calling you. Let's say I'm calling you and I'm trying to impress you. I'm on a wiretap. Yeah, I just pressed these dudes over here. Yeah, it was Wack. It was damn homie. They was running and we deep right now. We 50 deep right now. And I'm lying to you. You know what I mean? Lying, making up a story to you, but I'm on a wiretap.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, bro. Like, you making up stories, you come up with stories nobody never heard of. Like, we ain't never heard about that.
How long ago did you guys find out that he was supposed to, like, the family told you that there was going to be an arrest?
Uh, the first week of March. I think like March 2nd, March 3rd, something like that.
Damn. So
Yeah.
the family's been in this for a while. Like they've been in contact with police, trying to make sure that um
Yeah. They
Rayshawn Williams' death actually, somebody has to pay for it. And
yeah, yeah. They were in
because the
contact.
story was that Big U showed up to the studio at 2 a.m. saying he just came from the gym. And his biggest mistake was putting that cell phone back on. Had he just kept the cell phone off, they wouldn't have had his location being back in the Airbnb.
Yeah. Also, the guy who was with him in the paperwork told on the whole murder. He said he was with him when he killed him. Like he said he told on the whole murder,
The driver.
the driver.
Do you think
I
that
think
even if the driver tells us, he's still gonna get time or no?
um I, I think it's hard to convict someone of murder, but I think placing him there when he said he wasn't there originally, the DNA and all that stuff, it's like, they got him, they arrested him for it, And like I said, us and the family, we didn't even know too much about the RICO. All we thought they were going to get him for was the murder.
Yeah,
So when they came and got him, and we seen this a whole 19 people in the RICO, we was like, whoa. We knew about the RICO, but we didn't know how serious it was. Like we didn't know when it was going to happen. Like they didn't tell the family that, and the family didn't tell us that.
okay.
She was,
Oh, so
they
you didn't
was
know you didn't know everybody was getting arrested.
Nah, we
Okay,
thought
just Big
coming
U.
in. Yeah, because she said that the detectives was giving her updates on the investigation. You know, a while ago she was saying that he said he wasn't there, and they put him out there. With
Yeah,
witnesses. 8 witnesses placed him there when he said he wasn't there. Four of them was from Rolling 60s. Who verified he was there. You know what I'm saying? And that was last year. You know what I mean? Or 2 years ago, whenever. Because I haven't talked to the mother. I don't know how long. So when it just appeared again this year, she reached out again. Hey, they found Big U's DNA, Eugene Henley, on my son's fingernails. They
okay.
coming to get him at the end of March for the murder of my son. At the latest, beginning of April. We like, ooh. So yeah, that's all we thought they were gonna get him for was murder. We didn't know nothing about the extortion cases, racketeering, all these people involved. You know what I mean? Like this money line. Like we didn't know nothing about none of that. You know, we'd have been talking about that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What they supposed to do, but we didn't know nothing about it.
Do you feel like if with a really good lawyer, there's a chance you could beat a Fed case?
Nah, 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 nah. Not this type of case. See, a RICO is different. You got too many. You got 50 people who already cooperated and made statements against you. See, the murder is just one thing extra on a RICO. You got racketeering. You got money laundering. You know, you got interstate trafficking. You have extortion. You know, robberies. Like each one of those, including in a RICO, is like 20, 30 years. Each one. There's no way out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the feds, they don't jump the gun like these little departments, LAPD, you know, the certain department. And they jump the gun, don't have nothing, high power lawyer, beat it, probable cause, whatever, 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 you out. They got so much stuff on them. And that's what takes them so long. They get everything they can so you can't beat it. And they got so many people vouching for signing statements and all charges on everyone else connected to him. I mean, if you get caught up on a RICO, I mean, you face like 20 years. So it's like, so let's say me, right? Let's say if I was on that list, right? If I'm in that RICO, I'm getting 20 years. If I plead guilty and say just give me a deal, if I say yeah, I was working for Big U or I was doing this, I might get 12 or 13 years. No one's
But then
gonna
you would
take
have to tell, basically.
right. No one's gonna take 20, 30 years for Big U.
I'm sorry, but I'm not taking 12 years and telling. Either I'm telling and you're not giving me shit, or I'm not doing it. Like,
And that's what
because,
I've always said, right? I understand, like, all the guys who tell, they're in jail. I thought when you tell, you're supposed to be able to go home. You still going to
yeah,
jail?
that's what
So,
I thought.
I, but I think they give them deals they can't refuse. You know, like,
I
let's,
could refuse 12 years. That's a lot. Like,
well, if you refuse it, we have enough to give you this 2030 piece.
to me, anything over five is the same thing. I don't know, like 12 years. Would you do 12 years for another man? Like,
I mean, for someone else, no. You know, for me, like you got to know what you sign up for. You know,
yeah,
if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. When I was doing my crimes, I was able to do the time. So I'm fortunate. That I didn't do no hard time like that. So, but them people was all busters. Like the people he deal with is busters. He ain't got no riders up there. Ain't no riders from my hood up there with him. Them is all little yes men busters, little goof juice troops, and plus another 50 other people who were square busters who he deal with. It wouldn't have went like that. You don't get a RICO from your own crime. You get a RICO from everyone telling on each other. You
yeah.
connecting everything together. You know what I mean? If that was the case, they all got arrested single-handedly by themselves and had their own cases. But they all cooperate. That's just how it go.
Because they're saying that the murder even happened because of a song. Is that like,
Well, that's
uh,
what they were saying. That's what they were saying. We don't know. When I talked to the family, the mother didn't know. This song thing is new to us. It's new to everybody. I didn't hear this 2 weeks ago. But who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe the people in the paperwork, maybe the guy who was with him when he allegedly did it brought that up, that song. We didn't know nothing about that.
yeah. So yesterday I interviewed Luce Cannon's wife, Sharice Mills,
Uh,
and your name got brought up. So what happened between you and Luce? Because you were really good friends with him also.
well, I was just cool with Luce because of Wack. I met Luce through Wack, like a year or two ago.
Okay.
So I'm just a team player. You know what I mean? Whatever Wack say go, we're gonna run it like that, however it go. Um, the falling out, I mean, he been shooting jabs at me for a while, you know, disrespecting me for a while. I don't really pay it no mind. That's white boy. I'm a roll the punches. And he just started going crazy, like dissing and all that. So, but I still never really went in on him how I go in on other people. The
Yeah.
only thing I did to him was use his own words against him. I cut and paste his own words and let the world see what he said. That was it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That if we fell out, it's because of him. He must be pressing too many buttons.
Do you feel like, because he's definitely one of the people that's not going to tell. What do you think is going to happen with his case?
Why you say he's definitely not gonna tell?
I don't know. He's just that type of person. I don't think he would tell.
Well, we don't know. You know what I mean? A lot
I
of
feel
people
like
think.
Bricc is more likely to tell because Brick's not gonna do 100 years for Big U.
I mean, well, Luce is facing life too. He's under the Hobbs Act that whole his life if convicted. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
um, but we can't not go by toughness. You know, your record, who you are, your resume, or whatever. How you yell on the phone, because we've seen the toughest go outside and tell. So it just really comes down to when it happens or it don't. We don't put it past nobody in the streets at this point. Like we've seen the hardest killers who never told tale. So, not saying he is or he isn't. We just can't judge until it happened.
Do you feel like the streets are a myth?
In 2025, in certain cities, yes. Uh, all around the globe, no. Because you will still get something happen to you in the streets if you think it's sweet.
Yeah.
They're a myth as a whole, as far as the rules, politics, and stuff like that. Yeah, the streets is a myth. But certain situations, the streets will give you a gift. For sure.
Yeah. So I know that you're very good friends with Flacco, right?
Yeah, Flacco cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Flacco. I watch his videos every day. Very talented. So you know how you guys have paperwork parties? You know how everybody's been accusing him of having a case or not really being sure
Flacco?
where he's from? Like,
Flacco?
yeah.
I
That
heard about
apparently
that.
there's some like case, like people that don't like him are saying that. So I'm like,
Oh,
why not just have a paperwork party and figure out that that's not real, just to get rid of that rumor.
right, right. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't hear nothing about that. I'm supposed to go see Flacco like I think tomorrow night or something. We're gonna have a sit down talk. I don't know nothing about that. I asked him about it.
Yeah, that's just something I would just do, like to get rid of the rumors, basically. Because if that's not
Right.
true, this way it's like this way people won't be able to keep saying it. If people look into his paperwork and then find out that it's a lie, just to be able to say it's a lie, it's not true.
I'm gonna ask him about it. I'll bust him out. But he's a
Yeah.
square though. He's a civilian. So even if he did tell or something like that, who cares? It doesn't
No,
matter.
I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. He's always made it clear that if he had to tell, like if he's
Right.
going to, like he's not gonna not tell.
Right. 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 Right.
I'm
Right.
not
Right.
saying that. I'm saying more like the people are accusing him of having cases, but no one's been able to prove it. So it's like,
Oh.
I think that someone needs to just prove the fact that it's a lie,
Okay.
just to
Yeah.
get rid of that rumor, because I feel like that's
Yeah.
always been over his head. Like people always try to keep it over his head. And if it's a lie, then it's good to just get rid of the rumor.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we'll get to it. I'm sure he'll get to it. I'm sure he'll get to
Yeah.
it.
Are you going to go in no jumper with him or?
Yeah. Yeah. He said tomorrow, maybe Friday. I don't know. He said he'll let me know. He definitely said pull up on him for sure this week.
Yeah, you're super viral this week. I feel like everybody's like talking about you.
Yeah. It's going up. It's going up. I got like 10,000 Instagram followers in like 6 days.
Good shit. Damn.
Just going up. You know what I
And
mean?
going
So
crazy on YouTube. How long you been doing YouTube for?
I've been on YouTube for like 5 years, but I never really like went up on YouTube until like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I would just do like little workout videos, stuff like that. I never really had no traction. Never really tried to push the channel. I was just doing some workout stuff and didn't really know how to work it. But 2 years ago, when I came to speak up for Brick Baby, that's what went viral. And that's how I start getting all the followers and just start telling stories.
yeah.
That's just how it
I
was.
think I watched that interview. It was with Adam, and it was like you guys talked about boxing and like your history with that. How does boxing work? So I think you went to Mexico, or
Yeah, that's how I got my first few fights. My first lot of fights. I went to Mexico to get my fights and pay out of pocket for my opponents and pay for my slot fee, pay for all my expenses, and had to build my record up like that. Because I was 32 years old when I started boxing. I had no amateur experience. I had no trainers. I was just like, what I'm done with the streets. How do I be a boxer? I've been wanting to box since I was a kid. Is it too late? I slide to Vegas, go pull up on Roger Mayweather Sr., rest in peace. Hey,
yeah,
listen, am I too old? Floyd Mayweather Sr., you're going to be my trainer. Am I too old to be a boxer? How is it looking? Should I do it? If not, I go back to the streets. Like, nah, man, you good. Let's
yeah.
get
I feel like it's never too late. Age is but nothing but a number nowadays,
right.
especially.
So, yeah, that's how it happened.
So how does it work? You have to get your record up, and then you could fight like. You can't just fight Mayweather now, let's say, like if you set up a
Well,
fight.
well, well. It's about positioning with the rankings, with the sanctioning bodies. For those type of things. But kind of now it's about the popularity contest.
Okay.
If you can sell tickets, you can do it. I mean, look
Yeah, I
at
feel
Jeff
like it's all
Parks,
about clout. Like if you have a name, they don't
right?
really care. They're
Right,
gonna put you out there. That's kind of like how Jake Paul and them became
right,
like they just had a name, but they've been boxing for so long, and then one day they just started really going hard at it, and
right,
it
right,
just
right.
worked out.
And
So let's say I'm boxing a girl. Do we have to be like both, let's say 150, or let's say she's 10 pounds heavier? Like how many pounds heavier could she be?
there were weight limits to a weight class. So let's just say if I don't really know the female limits, but let's just say if you're welterweight at a male, let's just say whatever. Let's say you're a welterweight, right? You're 147-pound weight limit. That's the weight limit. You can be 140, but you cannot be over 147.
Okay.
So you have a contracted weight. We're going to fight at 147. I cannot be over 147. I could be 120. I just cannot be over 147.
Okay.
So that's just how it is. And it just goes up and up and up. 154, 160, 165, you know what I'm saying? 168, 175, cruiserweight. And that's just how I go.
Okay. I only asked because a few people said, like in the Reddit, that the last opponent was like a lot shorter than you. So I don't know if that the weight did
Oh,
he weigh the
oh,
same or
okay. No, no, no. See, that was an exhibition match.
okay.
It's no weight class. There's no experience. You don't have to have no record. I can fight you in an exhibition match.
Oh, lit. Okay.
Yeah.
You
It's
ready to
no
lose?
right. It's no win, lose, or draw. It's just strictly for entertainment. And it's just like, that's just how it is. It's just like when Logan Paul fought Mayweather. No win, no loss, no draw. It's entertaining,
Oh, that's
but
what it means. It doesn't go in your record. It's just like
right,
it's just a fight. Okay.
yeah,
Like you could just get paid for it and
right,
what
right.
okay, got it, got it. But so he saw you and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna fight him." Like, did he have a choice? Did they force him? Like,
Well, you know what? He was fighting. It's a promoter called FNF, Friday Night Fights, and they do like big shows once a month. And I guess the guy he was supposed to fight wasn't going to fight, and the little guy I fought, his AKA is the Giant Slayer.
oh
Cause see,
shit.
he's like a 160, 168 pounder, but he's a real boxer. So he
Yeah,
fights guys 200, 300 pounds, but they're not boxers. So he has the advantage. He like knocks these guys out. So that's why I call him the giant slayer, because they get a guy 6'3", 300 pounds who's never boxed before, and you still can't beat up a 5'9", 168 pounder. He's a real boxer.
yeah. No, I know a
So
lot of guys who are short, but they could fight. Like that's all
right.
they do is like fight because they have to prove themselves their whole life.
So I know him. We've been in the gym. I met him when he started boxing. When I started boxing, he's like, "Hey, bro, we got an exhibition bag for you. We can get some money. If you want to come go a couple rounds, you know what I'm saying, we can get paid." I said, "Absolutely. It's the exhibition. Let's do it." And that's just how it
Yeah.
went. It was
You
cool.
like boxing?
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like football. I was just in it for the money. I was just trying to when I started boxing, I was out the streets. I was trying to get out the streets. I was trying to legitimize everything I had going on. You know what I mean? I don't like getting hit in my face. I ain't got broken jaws and noses and teeth going and all that. You know what I'm saying? So boxing is a
Damn.
very, very dangerous sport.
You ever
You
got
know,
shot?
shot?
Yeah.
No.
You ever got stabbed?
Attempted stab, but no, not stab, no.
Okay. I always ask just to ask which one hurts more.
Oh no, I'm blessed. I ain't got no bullet holes or stab wounds.
So when you break your jaw, what is that like?
I've never broke my jaw.
Oh, I thought you said,
Oh no. Oh no, I said I don't have broken jaws and broken teeth and broken nose and stuff. I said I'm blessed I don't have that.
oh yeah. Like I wouldn't normally boxers always have a broken nose. You don't have a broken nose.
Yeah, so yeah, it's that's what I'm saying. It's a very dangerous sport. So I was saying I'm
Yeah.
blessed. I'm blessed not to have none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You ever got
So
knocked out?
no, I got days before though, but not knocked out. No,
Yeah. I've got knocked out before. I saw birds.
for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got hit a couple times to where I felt like dizzy a little bit, but I snapped back. I got what you call a boxer's chin, and you can't really train that. So a boxer's chin means that you can just take a punch. If
Yeah.
you hit me right here, I won't knock out. Some people, if you got a glass jaw, what they call a glass jaw, or you don't have a chin, that same punch, I have you dazed and falling all over the place. You can't gain your balance back. Me, I get hit with them shots, I'm snapped right back.
You're like the final boss in a video game, like the one that doesn't die, and you're like,
The
what the
hard
hell do I
one.
have to do? I have
Yeah,
to throw everything at him.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
That's funny. Um, so what do you have coming up next?
I might be going. I was supposed to be in Russia. The guy got injured out there. I was supposed to be in Russia. I'm waiting to send me a new contract. I was actually supposed to fight out here in Long Beach April 19th, but the show had some things going on that it was out of my control, so that they canceled that fight. So now I'm
Mhm.
back trying to get my visa for Russia again. I had a 30-day visa. It expires tomorrow, actually,
Damn.
March 25th.
They're giving out visas now during the war?
Yeah, I got it February 25th. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't even know that because everyone's
I
telling me like I want to go to Russia. I'm like, I wouldn't suggest it right now. I could go because I have a Russian passport because I'm a
yeah,
dual citizen, but I
yeah,
didn't even know they were giving visas out. That's good. Is it
yeah.
in Moscow or where were you headed
I
in
think
Russia?
I think it was Moscow. I
Okay.
don't, I don't know. So I had to mail. I had to mail in my passport with a passport photo,
Yeah.
and do it like that, and then send it back to me with the passport, the visa in it.
Damn. You ever been to Russia before?
Never been a Russian. I've
Are
been
you gonna
over
bring a translator? Cause
there.
you
Well,
need
I'm
to.
the boxing people that I'm dealing with. They speak English.
Okay, that's good. Because I was gonna say Russian people are not very friendly. Like if you don't know Russian, they're not gonna help you at all. They're gonna just say next.
Yeah,
So
yeah. See, when I go, I just go take care of my business, go to my fight. I don't leave my room, might get something to eat, and I'm gone. I don't be out partying, trying to meet people, get in trouble. I
yeah,
go take care of my business, get my check, and I'm gone.
no checking in Russia.
Yeah, I ain't. I mean, the people that I'm going out there with is some pretty good people to know. When you go over there, so I think
Yeah.
I've
Are
been
you
good.
gonna have mad fun? I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be.
For real?
Yeah, you're gonna come back with like 5 wives.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they love. Oh, they're gonna look at you and say Amerikanets. They love American men. So,
Okay, yeah, we can check it
and
out.
every woman there looks like a supermodel. Even like the ugly ones, they look hot too. So it's weird, and they all wear heels.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
we'll
like,
check.
now I'm a little more excited to go.
I'll check it out for sure, for sure.
So for everybody watching this, because a lot of kids are watching this, what message do you have to the youth basically that are
Eat your
watching all this?
vegetables. Eat your vegetables. Stay active and listen to your parents.
Not
Yeah.
like stay out the streets. You don't want to live this life.
I forgot we was on the little prison talk thing. Man, listen, gang banging is a joke. Y'all got to stay out the streets. Maybe if y'all was around 20, 30 years ago, y'all probably could have been having fun in the streets with respectable people in the streets who wasn't going to tell. In this day and age, it's just too much technology. If the homies don't tell on you, the camera on your phone, the tracker in your car, the street light, the ring cameras on every block, you're gonna get
Yeah.
caught. And it ain't
Face
really worth.
recognition. It's like it's impossible.
Yeah, it's over with. That street life is over with. So, I suggest y'all don't really fall into the people giving a bad example and thinking gang banging is it and the street life is it, because it ain't no more. Uh, I'm blessed to live that lifestyle and not be sitting here crying, telling y'all, not to be in my situation. I'm living by example to tell y'all need to be in my situation,
Yeah.
living good, can get a gun, can travel with a passport, no bullet holes, all my teeth. You know what I'm saying? And not subject to the streets, because 99% of the people I live with ain't got none of them things I just named.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you feel like it's because you don't drink or do drugs? That's a big
that's
reason.
that's part of it. That's part of it. You know what I mean? The diet. That's the first. You see, the first thing I say: eat your vegetables and work out. That's that's
Yeah.
that's that's the main thing. The healthy lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from the
Because a
drugs.
part of like the state of podcasting nowadays, do you feel like some people it's like they get high and they just don't know how to keep their mouth shut or like
That too. That too. But just forget the podcast of getting high and not controlling yourself and not, having a governor on the certain things you're saying. Forget that part. Just about, being out in the real world, being presentable, not being high and not being drunk. And it's not to knock on nobody who's drinks or smokes or whatever, but I don't do none of them, so I can say it. And
yeah.
that stuff costs money. It costs money. You know,
Yeah.
it
No, I
wasn't.
commend anyone that doesn't do either because the hardest part of life is actually facing reality. A lot of people can't do it.
Yeah,
Everyone smokes or does something. Everybody has an outlet. Why not make your
yeah,
outlet the gym?
yeah. The gym, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, pray. You know what I'm saying? Pray to God, do something. You know what I mean? But you know, if you're trying to escape reality with drugs, I don't know. I've never done that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was like a recovering type of addict, I could tell you it's not the way to go. But I've avoided all that just
Yeah.
to say that don't even try it. You know what I mean? So I
Probably
don't
for the
know.
best.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. It's, amazing to have this conversation. Is there any last things you want to say?
I believe in Jesus. I work out. I'm healthy. I'm a living testimony. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside every day.
Yeah. Ladies, hit that DM. What type of
Oh,
women do you like so the wrong bitch don't hit you up?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that. You know what I mean? Because I got a lot of people watching, but I like all women. I like all my fans. I support everybody. I repost everything. I follow back. I'm really like, I give y'all me. Go to my YouTube and all that, and it's all good.
Okay, ladies, you hear it here first. He follows back, so hit him up right now. Thank you again so much. Christopher Lovejoy. This has been Official Prison Talk. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for being here. I would love to have you back as soon as. So, my big homie has been down for 36 years. He
Hmm.
got arrested when he was 16 for a murder, and he just lost his cell phone. So, when he gets another one, I would love to have you back and maybe have a conversation with him and my brother, Joseph P. Langton. He's from Brownsville, Brooklyn, and he
Okay.
just got out after doing 22 years also. So,
Right on. Right on. Let's get it. You got my number. You call me anytime.
I will. Thank you so much again.
All right, for sure.